Wicked Cyclone is a Rocky Mountain construction hybrid roller coaster located in Six Flags New England. This roller coaster was actually my first RMC that I have ever done, and thanks to Wildcat's Revenge being down the day I went, the only RMC that I've ever done. This coaster had a height of 109 feet and a top speed of 55 miles per hour. Despite the relatively modest stats, this coaster packed a punch. Initially getting on this coaster, I was nervous because I had really high expectations for this roller coaster. I'm going to start off the video with the negatives. For the negatives, there are only two. I thought the inversions were alright, though that's how I feel with most coasters, but with this one in particular, I noticed that it did not have much hang time at all. But I feel like if I rode it today and was looking for the hang time, I'd probably notice it. But as I said, I didn't notice any. Watching Canopy Coaster's video, I knew that the coaster's lift hill was very steep. I thought he meant like a little steeper than usual, but no, that coaster's lift hill was quite steep, and it really caught me off guard. But once it went down the first drop, I realized that the hype was not overblown one bit. While only lasting like 1 second, the drop packs a massive punch. It has some of the most pure fun, insane ejector airtime I had ever experienced on a first drop, right into a relatively forced return around to a airtime hill. It was some excellent flowjector that I found to be really fun. Then you head right into a 0G stall. My first 0G stall at that. As previously mentioned, I didn't really notice any hang time, but the sensation of being upside down for a second or two is really cool, especially with the speed that it was going. After another turn, we headed into a double down. I don't remember too much about how it felt, but I remember it being fun and having good airtime. Then after another airtime hill that felt the same as the other one, we head into another turnaround and into an off-axis airtime hill. This hill throws you right into the abyss, I swear. It blew my mind, and after I experienced it once, I knew that it was either this hill or Leviathan Speed Hill that was my favorite element on any coaster. Then, after that, we did another whippy turn, and it went right into a fun 0G roll. It was rather floaty. I'm not sure how to explain it, but I thought it flowed really well. Then, after 3 whippy turns, we head right into the weirdest airtime hill I've ever done. It felt almost uncomfortable, but the lateral forces were fun and it really enhanced the insanity of the ride. Then after that, we entered a barrel roll. I don't remember too much about it. It just kind of felt like a standard barrel roll, but I just found it was fun. Then we had 2 more moments of fun airtime right into the brake run, and I love the speed that you entered the brakes with. Overall, I felt it was an amazing ride that had great pacing, and yes, I even felt it had great pacing at the ending too. Some would say this coaster is too long, but if there wasn't that last lap, people would complain about it being too short. Just look at Wicked Cyclone. Another thing I found was the restraints were perfectly comfortable. I would give this coaster a 10. It did not surpass my expectations. It met them perfectly. And out of the 58 roller coasters I've been on, I have this ranked as my number 2 overall. So that should say how high my expectations were. And for me, it was easily the best coaster in the park. And with another coaster that had a drop that doubled the height of Wicked Cyclone, you gotta realize how impressive that is. Thank you for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, it would mean a lot to me if you were to like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks again for watching and have a great day.